Afternoon, ladies and gents. Well, just gents, I think. Just here to talk about the sort of the Midlands contingent of the return of the Magnificent Seventh, which is taking place on December 11th in Liverpool. It is even better than the one that was here in September. I think there's more evenly matched fights. There's you know, the development of the guys that were on that show. They're going on to the next level now. And two of those are here today from the Frank Warren stable. To my far left is Frankie Gavin, who, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is getting better and better with every fight. He took his time against Michael Kelly last time out. I think he wanted to get a few rounds under his belt. But you know, when he decided it was time to take him out, he did. And that's what Frankie's all about. He's capable, he's got fantastic technique, his ability is second to none. And we've got big hopes for him. To my left is Matthew Macklin. They had a tough, awkward fight last time out, obviously after the late withdrawal of Darren Barker, for which Matt prepared tremendously well. Everyone in his camp said he was just ready to go, ready to take Barker out, but as you know, it didn't happen. But again, you know, he won the fight. That's what he had to do, and then you know, again, he's looking to go on to bigger and better things. His next fight's against Ruben Varon Fernandez, who has he's got a good record. This lad, 35 fights, he's lost 5. 45, lost 5.
No, 35.
35, lost 5. He's taken Felix Stern 12 rounds, and he lost on a unanimous. But he did beat Konecki, who beat Matthew Hall last time. As we all know, Matthew Hall was no shabby fighter at all, and you know, Konecki put in a fantastic performance to beat him. So Fernandez, he's a good fighter, and you know, Matt knows he's got to turn up on the night, produce the goods again, and yeah, so looking forward to that one. To my right is Frankie's opponent, which is Dean Harrison from Wolverhampton. It's, as far as we're concerned, it's another big step up for Frankie to be taking on Dean. He's here to do a job, and he's here to, you know, to ruin the party for Frankie. We don't believe that's going to happen. I'm sure Frankie doesn't think that's going to happen. And you can ask him all about it yourselves, and I'll come forward some questions. Thanks.
On that score, Ian Johnson, Birmingham Press. On that score, Dean, how do you feel about the fight?
You know, it's a fight where I've been given, you know, 2 months' notice for.
Sorry, can you speak up there?
So it's a fight where I've been given two months' notice for, not where I had to take a short notice in, so I've got the time to prepare.
When you look at your 2 records, yours is a lot longer than Frankie's, so you've obviously got a good deal more professional boxing experience. Are you going to be calling on that? Is that something that you'll be banking on?
It's banking on, just trying hard, getting into great shape. That's what I'm banking on.
And I understand that you have actually sparred in the past at some stage or another.
Yeah.
Do you take any comfort from that, or is that so far? When was that?
Started this year or something.
Oh, was it? How many rounds did you do?
You know, about 4 or 5.
And did you see anything in those 4 or 5 rounds that give you any encouragement?
A long time ago. Just getting back into training, you know.
But you could answer the same questions.
Yeah, I know Dean, I know you said his record's a lot longer than mine, but if there's a lot of losses on that compared to mine. I haven't lost yet. And no disrespect to Dean, I'm not going to lose come December the 11th. It doesn't matter about having a longer camp or nothing. You're still the same training as well your last fight. You might be fitter, you might be in better shape, but you're not going to be any better. I am improving with every fight as everyone's been there for performances. I'm only going to get better.
You've also talked about the British title.
That's what I wanted that for this show, but it never come off, obviously. And obviously, at least I've still got an opponent who's going to come to win. A few of them haven't come to win. Every fight I've had to fight, I've pushed everyone back. Hopefully now someone will try and push me back, and that's when you're going to see the rest of me. But if someone just sits back and tries to box me, there's no one in Britain who can outbox me. And in my opinion,
title fight after this one?
Yeah,
on the presumption that
Lenny
you do win?
Dawes is the one I won, yeah, but it's a hard fight to make in Tennessee. Because obviously got Lenny Dawes and he don't want to lose his title to let go to the Frank Warren camp. Also, Robbie McCracken's his trainer, and he's going to want to lose it to someone from Birmingham.
So you're obviously well pleased with the progress you made. I see
Yeah.
Tom Cheney's here tonight, the fellow who brought you up as a youngster.
Yeah, Tom Cheney and Stephen McHale are my amateur coaches, and obviously I wouldn't be still sitting here now if it weren't for them. So there's a great lot of thanks to them as well.
And I saw you were back at the club last week
Yeah,
for a special show. You're still obviously keeping interest in the amateur lads.
Yeah, when I get the boxing news, I look first at the I look at the amateur pages first. So I always keep a big interest in the amateur, mainly just in the whole gym. So hopefully they've got a few boxers coming up, and hopefully they'll be able to see next to them in the future.
And how about your decision to move out of Birmingham to go up to Manchester? Is that something which
I think
you can look back on now and say it was a good decision?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think we sat down with Tom and Steve, and we thought that was for the best at the time. At the moment, I'm still undefeated. Haven't lost a round as a professional. Don't reckon I've lost any part of a round as a professional so far. So at the moment, it's a great decision. We're just improving all the time. It's a different game for the amateurs, but I'm adapting very quickly.
Expect to make all your toughest tests, ranking call, December the 11th?
Every fight I have, I'm going to take it as my toughest test. I'm going to train no different from how I trained my last fight. And I'm going to just prepare to win, really. I know if I turn up on the night and box to my best, then there's only one winner. No matter what, I'm going to win if I box my best.
Just obviously, this being your second title fight now, obviously there's such things as rankings. This is a big opportunity.
Yeah,
Ranking, isn't it, for the winner?
every fight's big. If I lose, I'm expected to win every fight. So once I lose, I'm back to the drawing board. People expect big things from me. If I start losing, it's not going to happen really. So every fight, one of my fights is a world title fight to me. So if I lose it, the world title's not going to come.
Is this where the ball really starts rolling for yourself, Frankie? You know, it's title fight by fight. Could be looking at any number of things with a win here, couldn't you? So
From the first fight, really, when the ball started rolling, I think I do to get titles. You know, hopefully December 11th, hopefully I'll have another title. I'm sure I will. Then I want the British. Then I want to fight Lenny Dawes, but we'll see.
Matt, you're training in LA with Freddie Roach. When are you going out there to complete your training?
We're not going to go for this fight, I don't think. Obviously, last time I done I done about a month in Manchester with Joe Gallagher, who trained me, for the British fight against Wayne Alcock, European title winning at Passacoini. I done a month with Joe last time. Went out to Los Angeles for 5 weeks, and then I come back for two weeks before the fight, obviously to get over the jet lag. But you know, one of them, obviously, Freddie's a great trainer, and that was, you know, the reasons for going out there. But the sparring was a big reason too. You know, the quality and the level of sparring out there was one of probably the most significant factor in making that decision. And with the guys like Paul Smith and Nathan Cleverly fighting on this card on the same night, you know, all our preparations are going to be sort of in sync. They're going to be looking for sparring at the same time as I am. And you know, with Freddie also training Amir Khan on December the 11th, he's not going to be over. He's not going to be coming back for the fight anyway. I think we just decided that you know, it'd be better. I think it'd be better preparation here with the guys that are on the card, sparring with Paul Smith, you know, Nathan Cleverly, you know, even whoever, you know, there'll be lots of good work around Manchester and the surrounding areas. So I don't think it's such an important thing this time. But you know, I will be going. Fred, you know, we will be training with Freddie in the future again. It will be something that we'll be going out, you know, for the next fights in the future. But just for this fight in particular, the things, you know, the surrounding sort of factors, we've got to say, you're not coming back on the night of the fight anyway. We can't box on the same night with the guys that are fighting on the same card as himself. You know, we just I think the preparations will be better, you know, done here this time.
Who have you been sparring with, or who will you be sparring with?
Well, we're definitely sparring with Paul Smith. like, you know, we spoke a couple of weeks ago, and even though, you know, he's fighting the Gale, who's a tall southpaw, you know, good spar's a good spar, you know, if the intensity factors there, you know, you're fighting your feet, you're sharp, you're reacting to punches. So good, I'm sure he'll have his the other guys he'll look to bring in, you know, for the southpaw element, but, you know, if he's doing 8 good rounds with me or 10 good rounds with me, then, you know, you can bet your life he's going to be super fit. So there's definitely going to be a bit with Paul. I think we're doing it with Nathan cleverly as well, so you know, there's good sparring there.
Do you know much about your opponents, Ruben?
I know a bit, well I haven't seen him fight, I know he's very tough, but you know, that's what I've heard, he's very tough come forward. Like I say, we went 12 rounds with Felix Sturm. He got beat convincingly on points, but Sturm is, you know, a master boxer, he's been world champion for like 7 years or so. You know, he had that controversial loss to Oscar de la Hoya when he was still just coming on the scene really. You know, I don't think he's lost one since then, which he avenged as well. You know, he beat him well on points, but never looked like stopping him at any stage of the fight. He had a good win against Lucas Kanenke, like I say, knocked out or stopped Matty Hall. You know, Matty Hall's a decent fighter, and Kanenke was that level above. He's now the European light middleweight champion, and Ruben Varane has a win against him. So, you know, the record is good. He has a couple of losses early on in his career, which, you know, that could have been, you know, that could have been just when he's learning his trade, whatever. I wouldn't read too much into those. But the two names that stood out to me was the points lost to Sturm, and obviously the win he had over Kanenke. So no, I'm expecting a tough fight, but I'm expecting a good fight. You know, the last fight, that Shalva Yomadashvili come in at short notice, and you know, as much as I tried to stay focused and tried to stay professional, it was, you know, it did knock me a little flat. You know, you're up for this big fight that's hugely anticipated. You had a perfect camp, great sparring, you come back the day after you land, you hear, you know, the fight's up. Then I didn't know I won. But I won, and I got the job done, and I'm European champion, you know, again. So, you know, I'm looking for world titles after this. I spoke to Sebastian Sylvester won on Saturday. Spoke to Frank on Sunday. He spoke to Wilfred Sauerland over the weekend, who handles Sylvester, you know, and he's put it to him. So, you know, probably Frank to do that, but he's in negotiations for that fight, sort of as we speak. I'm just trying to focus on December the 11th. Stay focused on Ruben Varane, because obviously he's coming to take, you know, I'm European champion now, I'm ranked in the top 5 of all the governing bodies. He's looking for my European title and my world ranking, so, you know, I'm this close now, I can't afford to, you know, really slip ups by taking my eye off the ball.
Dean, how big is this a fight for you, sort of, after going so close against Nigel Rice, and obviously the disappointment of Potsy as well? This is a big chance.
It's a good game, come back into a big top fight against someone, you know, as good as Frankie. So,
Do you feel that it's a fight that was probably destined to happen, was, you know,
so to happen, you know, two people in the Midlands the same weights, they've got to meet sometime.
Obviously, you're both sort of ingrained in Midlands boxing circles. Can you sense the anticipation of? I mean, this is a massive fight for the Midlands, isn't it?
I just concentrate on myself. I take no notice what.
Any more questions? No, thanks very much.